Hey man, Grand Rising everybody catching the video. And the Black Horseman. Shout out to the True Media Movement. That's everybody that keeps it real, stays true to who they are. It does their part in this media. You know, let me bring this man around, man. So I'm ashamed to the WBC organization. It seems like every time there's a high profile cheater that pops dirty for a new steroid that we got to study and look up these definitions for, Mauricio Suleiman in the WBC steps in and defends these cheaters, man. Um, I've done countless videos on the WBC and how corrupt they are, and it's like, man, when would this shit end? Because it's no matter what goes on in this sport, um, a very dangerous sport where people get hit upside the head. You know, CTE. Some people get put in comas. People are dying every year in this sport, and instead of increasing the drug testing, they are releasing the cheaters and giving them the green light to continue to cheat. I mean, how many more is going to get these privileges to keep cheating? And it dates all the way back, and a lot of people don't like this because there's so many high-profile fighters that have gotten off the hook for cheating. Starting back to Canelo Alvarez when he fought Triple G, and a lot of this, when these fighters are up against a very tough competitor, that's when you start seeing these drugs come up. Triple G was his toughest matchup for Canelo at that time, and he chose to use clenbuterol, then blame it on the cow meat. And then we seen a list of other fighters from the Hispanic community, Mexican boxers that got privileges from Mauricio Suleiman, who's also a Mexican. He upped the levels of the clenbuterol because they kept finding clenbuterol in these Mexican fighters. So they said, you know what, this is a common thing, so we're going to give y'all, a little leeway. We're going to allow y'all to have this percentage as long as you don't go over this, 10% of clenbuterol, whatever it was, But as a pattern, when these fighters get ready to fight someone tough, then you see these drugs. Not some old regular fighter with a losing record or somebody with multiple losses or something like that. Oscar Valdez, he did, what was the drug that he had in him? He had that tea. He blamed it on the tea. It'll come back to me. Billy Joe Saunders, when he was about to fight Demetrius Andrade, oxylofrin. That's when you seen the drugs in the system. They caught him. Conor Benn, when he was getting ready to fight his toughest matchup against Chris Eubanks, he blamed it on the eggs. He popped for drugs, Then Alicia Baumgartner, one of the most recent ones, she had the rematch versus Christina Leonardo, and now drugs is found in her system. We got a lot of these athletes that are afraid to lose. They don't want to deal with the humiliation and risk losing their O, or losing to a tough competitor. But the WBC is in the sport and working tremendously hard to keep these dirty athletes in the game for them dollars, man. And it's just very sickening, man. Um, it's like at this point, man, you know, I've been pushing for undisputed, but I'm damn near getting to the point where I don't care for undisputed if the WBC is involved. You know, I really wish that they will upgrade a different organization or just eliminate the WBC from the undisputed conversation. Go back to the IBF and the WBA and the WBO. And I flame the WBA as well. The WBA has been doing some dumb shit with the way they rank these fighters. It's a lot of corruption over there too. You know, IBF also, they've been doing some strange shit with stripping certain fighters, you know, unfairly. And but now it's like they trying to show consistency. You know, they're not honoring rematch clauses. So, you know, I'm on the fence a little bit with the IBF. The WBO is only the one that I'm really kind of still holding respect for. I'm not saying that they don't do, you know, a lot of dirty crap or whatever, but they're the only ones that I'm keeping at a level of respect because they're consistent with their rankings, and it's no fishy business from what I've been seeing as of late. You know, like I said, I'm on the fence with the IBF. WBA is really garbage truck juice. And WBC, I mean, why are they even still? It's like, man, that's like the steroid belt. To me, the WBC is like the steroid PED belt. You know, if you want to cheat, go to the WBC. You know, if you're a champion and there's drugs found in your system, Mauricio Suleiman will clear your ass. You know, and I feel like he's just, receiving them envelopes under the table and giving these guys the green light. You know, the legacy of this green belt is in a dumpster now. You know, dump gasoline on it, light a flame, and burn it up. The WBC has no integrity. You know, it has no prestige anymore. It doesn't. You know, so who still supports the WBC at this point? You know, they are discriminate. They discriminate. You know, I mean, thankfully, you know, we might be able to see undisputed between Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. But at first, the WBC was trying to discriminate against these guys. These guys, you know, work hard in the sport of boxing just like every other champion. You know, they did what they need to do. Undefeated fighters beat everybody in front of them. But because of what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, the WBC wanted to discriminate and penalize them and say, oh, you know what? If they fight, the WBC belt is not on the line. You know, I don't know if they changed their mind since then because, once again, they're corrupt and you can buy out the WBC, you know. So with all of this stuff that's going on in Saudi Arabia, maybe that's changing their mind. Maybe the prince or whatever, or whatever they call him, His Excellency, or whatever they want to call this guy out there. Maybe he's slipping the bag to the WBC for them to be on some act right for that particular fight. But fuck the WBC, man. Fuck Mauricio Suleiman and everybody that support that shit, man. You know, I don't support corruption. You know, I support the clean athletes. I support a clean sport, man. I've been watching this sport for years now, man, and it's not getting better. It's not getting any better when it pertains to this subject right here with cheating. There's an organization that is team cheat. You know, we be cheating, we back cheaters. That's what the WBC is, man. And so this is just my rant, man. Flame of shame to the WBC for always defending the dirtiest of the dirtiest fighters in boxing and only caring about the dollar signs, you know. So that much said, you know, y'all leave y'all thoughts below. Once again, shout out to the underground community. I'm the Black Horseman. I'll catch y'all on the next one.